All right, hey y'all. I'm back in Dallas right now. For a couple of weeks. I just got done with exams and stuff like that for school, and um, and we got a couple of weeks off for football as well. So I'm back at home in Dallas right now, just kind of spending time with family. I'll be out here training and also just working on um this agency. And I really just wanted to come on here and kind of talk where I'm at right now. And I feel like this past month, um, I was struggling to manage, everything that was going on, in terms of my agency, school, and football, and um, kind of made me come to a realization that there's really not a such like no such thing as a work-life balance right now, in terms of what I'm trying to do. But there's things that you also have to take into account that are like important for the time. So like for me, being a student athlete, obviously have to focus on school, or especially being a student athlete, working on his master's, as well. You really have to know what's important during that time. And so, you know, when I try to focus on certain things, I try to categorize it. So whether it's like during the time, football, school, work, Um, I was in spring ball, so that's what I was really doing during the time. I was really focused on football, so I kind of put the AI stuff to the side just for a little bit, um, and kind of just focus on school and football. And so, kind of heading into this new chapter of the year, um, just kind of being an off-season workout vibe, I would definitely have more time to focus on this thing. Especially that I'm not doing any summer school as well, so I'd really just be having workouts and stuff like that. But prior to going into spring football, I found a potential client. Um, it'll be a proof of value concept, so I'll pretty much be working for them for free, which I wanted to do just because it would be my first client and my first time actually working through this process. So I'll just be getting experience, um, through this. And right now, today, it's Saturday. It's the weekend, so I just see myself just kind of chilling out today. Um, but also just kind of, getting ready for next week, making sure I have everything, lined up right, having my schedule right. So I don't have to worry about anything. I just can kind of go and continue to work. And right now, I would say that some of the things I need to really work on is my development skills for sure. But I think going through this new client of mine, I'll be able to do that. Um, you know, the hands-on experience is what will help me kind of grow in this realm of AI in my journey. And so I think that's very important. Just to have like real life experience, in doing what you want to do. I actually got to talk to a couple of European guys earlier this week, which was cool. They kind of helped me um, put my head in the right direction. There's a lot of uncertainty that I was going through, just because I haven't been doing a lot of work within this AI space within the past month, just because of what I was doing with football and school. And so, kind of to get back on track with that, I was really searching for some guidance, and I found it, which was great. Um, so yeah, I mean, right now I'm really trying to focus on just doing the day-to-day actions to get to my goals. I'm me personally, I always struggle with looking too far downside and not focusing on the day-to-day actions I need to take in order to get to, where I want to get to. So that's something that I've definitely been trying to focus on with myself, and I see myself focusing on it, intentionally focusing on it this summer. I believe it's important for everything that I do. I mean, whether it's football, school, this AI journey that I'm showing you guys that I'm going through. everything in life, you have to focus on it on a day to day because every day is not promised. And so I just have to remember that and I have to take advantage of every moment that I have, every minute that I have to really reach my true potential is very important. But yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful Saturday. I'm very grateful for where I'm at because 5 months ago, I was not even where I was at today. There was a lot of doubt. What if, how can I do this? How can I manage this? And I'm already 5 months into this. When I look back, I'm like, wow, like I've taken strides, even though it doesn't feel like I've taken strides. Like I took myself out of my comfort zone, and I already found my first client, and it's just a blessing. Because I didn't think I was gonna be in this position that I'm at right now, 5 months from now, and yeah, I'm just very grateful, very grateful. There's still a lot for me to grow. There's still a lot for me to learn, but I'm excited where I'm at because I know how important it is for me to do what I'm doing right now. Um, no matter the stress that it puts on me, the toll that it takes on me, all that stuff. Like I see the importance of what I'm doing, and so I'm gonna continue to do it. Um, and yeah, I mean, I just really wanted. Oh, and also, I plan on doing this weekly. I think it's very important for me to kind of to journal this out. Um, Kind of have a weekly video of my $0 to five-figure journey. Um, Obviously, it doesn't stop there, but I think this is the first milestone if I'm able to get to five figures. And so that's what I plan on doing. I'm sorry. This is kind of informal, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay to have a informal conversation and really just speak from the heart for real. Because I'm not gonna lie, this past month was a struggle for me mentally, just because I'm always focused on. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm always focused on, but I have been focused on what other people have been doing and seeing how I'm not there yet. But for me, like the realization that I came to is like I need to be focused on what I'm doing. Everybody has their own journey and they have to go through their own journey. And you have to figure out what your journey is and what the path that you need to take is. And I realized that I have found that path for myself. I just have to take the day-to-day actions, like I said earlier, to get there. And nobody's gonna do it for me. There's gonna be people who don't have the faith in you that you have in yourself, which was okay because it's your life, you know. And so just remembering that, there's a process to this and you have to be able to trust that process. And your own process is your own process. And so that's kind of what I want to leave with you guys off with this today is to just trust the process and try to and work on what you need to work on the day to day. So I'm gonna try to make a video every week, probably on Saturday, like I'm doing today, just to give you kind of like a weekly recap of what I've been working on, what I've been doing, some of the things I've learned, some of the things that I need to grow in. Just to be vulnerable in that sense, because I think it's important. I mean, I've like this is my first client, like ever in life. I'm 22 years old, gonna be 23 this month, and I think this is just a time for me to just to go. Time for me to really, chase my dreams. I also have dreams of, having a football career, but I also have dreams elsewhere. And so trying to have those be in line with each other. I think it's been another challenge for myself that I'm trying to achieve. So I'm excited. I'm sorry, my throat itches. I got bad allergies. But yeah, it's the summer. The weather's great. I smell the opportunity in the air, and so I'm just trying to take advantage of it. So I hope you guys have a blessed weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.